That is exactly the word. This has been an absolute joy.
As of writing this video, it has been 3 days since Ncuti Gatwa regenerated, shocking millions of fans in the hopes that he would stay longer, including me. Now, this video isn't going into the nitty-gritty details as to why he left. That's not our place to say. However, his tenure as the 15th Doctor made me proud to be a massive Doctor Who fan. From the moment he was introduced with the first time bi-generation in the giggle, to his final moments in the reality war.
Joy to the world!
His performance redefined the character to me. No more Doctor Who buries his emotions or hesitates to say, I love you.
And then we discovered why. Why this Doctor, who had fought with gods and demons, why he'd run away from us and hidden. He was being kind.
This Doctor is the complete opposite. This video is celebrating his tenure, starting from the giggle and ending with the reality war. Before I start, please know that if you don't like the 15th Doctor or anything I'm about to say, that's great. The show is about change, and every Doctor won't work for everyone.
Doctor, I let you go.
With that said, let's start at the beginning. And I mean, the very beginning.
Now, of course, Ncuti, we saw the news earlier on. How long have you been sitting on this particular nugget, and are you feeling excited, nervous? Tell us what's going through your head.
Feeling all of the above. I've known since about February this year, so it's been tricky trying to keep this under wraps because I've got a very big mouth.
The announcement of Jodie Whittaker's successor was highly anticipated. Not only was Russell T Davies back as showrunner, but we all knew one thing: whoever he picks will blow us away. The official Doctor Who page announced that Ncuti Gatwa would be the next Doctor, and the best part about this was that I never heard of him. So I did my research and realised it's the bloke from Sex Education. I'll be honest, I'd never watched the show, so I binged the show and realised why RTD chose him. He brought something so personal to Eric. He was comedic, serious, and caring to his friends within the show.
Will you hold my hand? Yes.
A lot of people would focus on the fact that he would be the first queer black actor to play the Doctor, and too right. But to me, I was just super excited to see this performer giving his stamp to the show. But that's not the only Doctor we would have.
I know these teeth. What?
It was also announced that David Tennant and Catherine Tate would return to Doctor Who for its 60th anniversary specials. David Tennant was officially confirmed as Doctor 14, our first, sort of, degeneration.
It's like the old days. Just me and the Doctor. Together.
So, to have a popular Doctor pass the torch to Gatwa is a clever way to get people watching Doctor Who again. Gatwa showed me in both the giggle and his Christmas special that he knows who the Doctor is.
Wow.
The giggle showed us that he is incredibly energetic after the show's first ever bi-generation scene.
Look at me.
Yeah, myth, Mel. What do you think?
I think you're beautiful.
But in the Christmas special, he's more open than ever with his emotions.
And why are you crying? I don't know. Why are you?
This is incredibly inspiring to see as a 23-year-old man. He showcases that crying isn't a weakness, but a strength. He shows that anyone he meets and connects with, which in this case, Ruby Sunday, immediately cares about. So when Ruby disappears and sees a completely different side to Carla Sunday, he can't help but tear up after embracing the Sunday family as caring people. So Doctor-like. Now we can't talk about Ncuti Gatwa without mentioning Russell T Davies. What he managed to do with both the 60th anniversary specials and the 2023 Christmas special is remember the past but embrace the future.
Good luck.
Even though the concept of bi-generation is controversial to say the least, to me it's a lot more symbolic than that. One accepts the trauma he's been through, whilst the other is ready to embrace change in himself, ready to accept his emotions and become a doctor of healer. Even though Dr. 14 is out there ready to return, and I wonder what reason.
Oh, hello.
But 15 can have a clean slate and be free. It's symbolic and poetic. Five months after The Church on Ruby Road was released, Season 1 was aired on both BBC iPlayer and Disney Plus internationally. The last time we had a season of Doctor Who was October 2021 with Flux. 8 episodes of high fantasy, drama, mystery, and space babies. I have to say, this was the episode that intrigued me the most. How could talking babies work? And hear me out on this, Whovians. But it does. You're not watching the episodes for the talking space babies. You're watching the episode for 15 and Ruby. As I said earlier, Ncuti Gatwa brings a lot of energy to the role. Therefore, his first season, you need someone who's on his level. It's a huge understatement that Millie Gibson delivers not only the energy, but also the purpose of the companions in Doctor Who. Think about it. What's the first thing that Ruby did when she saw Eric in danger? She ran to him. A selfless act which mirrors the definition of what the Doctor does. Risking your life to save one innocent life, which almost foreshadows 15's defining moment. Will this episode be controversial going forward? Yes. Will this be remembered as a classic? No, and it wasn't designed to be. It's the second adventure for 15 and Ruby, and even the Doctor himself said it was extra special.
So it was a normal day for you then?
No, that was extra special nuts.
But with episodes such as 73 Yards, Rogue, and Boom, the episode that blew me away was the ending of Dot and Bubble. I love this episode regardless, mainly for its messaging and its simple premise. But throughout the episode, we focus on a character called Lindy Pepperbean, a character who is toxic to the Doctor.
Oh, that's what I just said. Now shut up. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
You start to wonder, why only him? And all was unfortunately revealed in its final 5 minutes.
Because you, sir, are not one of us. I mean, screen-to-screen contact is just about acceptable, but in person, that's impossible.
The realization of 15, where skin colour is why they said no to his help. The frustration and realization that brought to him made him more self-aware than ever. Especially in the final shot as he turns around to not help them because they judged and mocked him. It makes episodes like The Story in the Engine and Lux even more powerful. Seeing how Lagos, Nigeria makes him feel safe because of the events of Lux and Dot and Bubble. But what shocked me the most is that the ending shot is Ncuti Gatwa's first ever scene to film as 15 for season 1.
Oh, you blending in with the van.
Showcases once again he's perfect to be the Doctor. The energy and emotions are one thing, but the rage is something you have to get right, and he did that in spades. Season 1 is for sure experimental and genre hopping, but it's also very dark. We see the Doctor stuck on a landmine throughout Boom, with the trigger being his emotions. He has to remain calm for the sake of the planet and his life. He witnesses the near death of Ruby Sunday and gets brutally shot by Monday Flynn, all within one episode of Doctor Who. In Rogue, we once again witness Ruby Sunday nearly falling into another dimension. Without Rogue's sacrifice, he would have lost his friend again. We see the Doctor struggle to come to terms that he nearly lost Ruby Sunday multiple times, and witnesses the loss of Rogue, who he had fallen in love with throughout the episode.
I'm in love!
Was that a wee smile from the most serious man in history? And it says that you're wired for sound.
Whilst I understand that both season 1 and 2 are short, but we do learn 15 through multiple different situations, and seeing him crying throughout most of the season goes to show he can't take it anymore. The Doctor of Healer realises that he has to heal himself to move on, and if crying does that, I'm here for it.
I bring Sutek's gift of death
for you and for all your tiny, vile, incessant universe.
When I first watched The Legend of Ruby Sunday, it would be an understatement to say that it was the first time in years I felt scared throughout the episode. The pacing, the tone, and the acting really worked here. The supernatural suspense of Ruby's mum, the haunting noise the TARDIS was making.
What was that?
The reveal of Sutek? This episode is a masterpiece for setting up the story. The Doctor, thinking that Susan Triad was his granddaughter, left behind many years ago.
Goodbye, Susan. Goodbye, my dear.
This is a dark season of Doctor Who, and I encourage anyone to rewatch it and give it another chance. Empire of Death may not be perfect by all means, but we see the destruction of Earth and the Doctor just managing to escape in the remembered TARDIS, built in hopes and wishes, which is what the Doctor needed the most in that very moment, as he screams out into the void. Hearing that haunting scream in the cinema gave me chills down to my spine. Would I have loved an extra 10 minutes in the episode? Yeah, absolutely. Do I think the last 20 minutes felt slightly rushed? Yeah, but it's still a great episode overall. Seeing Ruby with her biological mum for the first time is so human and so normal, it's beautiful. The mystery around her mum was so big, even Sutek wanted to know. Which is where we say goodbye to Ruby as the main companion for 15, being her last words, "I love you." This Doctor might be more open with his emotions, but he couldn't even say those 3 powerful words to anyone, until he meets 13 before sacrificing himself for one innocent life. Unfortunately, we're nearly at the end, folks. We've spoken about the introduction of Ncuti Gatwa and his development throughout Season 1 and his specials. The Doctor of Healer may have a smile, but deep within, the Time Lord Victorious is showing. If there's one thing the Doctor learnt in the Interstellar Song Contest, it's that the ice near his heart wasn't why he had such a cold-hearted moment with Kid. It reminded him of the destruction of Gallifrey, his own home. It doesn't matter what incarnation you are or how different you may be. The reality is, the Doctor lost his home.
Because I have met so many versions of you, Kid, and revenge is just an excuse. Because your cold, filthy heart just likes to kill.
Throughout Season 2, we are made aware again that he's the last of the Time Lords, only to discover that he's not. We are introduced to the Rani, portrayed by both Anita Dobson and Archie Punjabi. Last time we saw the Rani was in Sylvester McCoy's debut episode, Time of the Rani.
Where am I? Who am I? And who are you?
So her return was way overdue. Season 2 might have been Ncuti Gatwa's last season, but the premise was simple. Get Belinda home. But it all comes down to one thing. May the 24th. The day the Earth was trapped in a wish world created by Conrad. A world where Poppy from Space Babies became the daughter of 15 and Belinda. Reminding the Doctor that being a hero comes with sacrifices. Being a father closed off the Time Lord Victorious in him, and the Doctor of Healer was resurrected. Now I have to say, the Reality War isn't my favourite episode, purely down to not feeling organic or true to the original narrative it was setting up to be. But this wasn't anyone's fault. Filmmaking is a business, and unfortunately the finale was a victim of that. Billie Piper might be returning in whatever capacity or who she is playing, but I don't blame anyone for the reshoots or the business side of things. I'm just grateful and appreciate the time and effort that was spent on making this finale. With a 68-minute runtime, it concludes the story arc and concludes 15's story by pushing reality 1 degree.
This has been an absolute joy.
to save his daughter Poppy from snapping out of existence. Thank you, Ncuti, for giving us a doctor we will never forget.
What a doctor. Energy, charismatic, kind and caring on camera and off camera. This is Trooper 9 saying thank you for your kindness and for being an incredible doctor. Hopefully one day I could be an actor like you.
Gatwa, thank you for your contribution to the show. Inspired me to study, well, here in Wales today. Thank you so much.
Hello, Ncuti Gatwa. Thank you so much for all your years and input at Doctor Who. You are a doctor that will not ever be forgotten, and I'm actually doing a little bit of your voice right now. And I'm going to continue talking like this for the rest of the video. So, I just wanted to say, Doctor, I love you. Thank you.
Hey, Ncuti. Thank you so much for everything, mate. You were an amazing doctor, and I cannot wait to see what you do next. Love you. Mwah.
Ncuti, thank you for being a fun doctor. Thank you for revolutionising the show, and thank you for being a part of some amazing stories that a lot of the fan base have really enjoyed over the last couple of years. We hope to one day meet you in person at a Comic-Con, but until then, all the best for the future, and we look forward to seeing you in your future shows and movies. Take care.
Ncuti Gatwa, the 15th Doctor, I loved you as the Doctor. You were the best. You're one of my favourite Doctors, and seeing you leave was so sad. You said it yourself. It was a joy, and it was a joy to watch you for 3 years, 2 years. But thank you very much, Ncuti Gatwa, the 15th Doctor. You will always be remembered as the Doctor.
Hi Ncuti, just wanted to say thank you so much for all the effort you put into bringing the 15th Doctor to life on our screens. You're an inspiration to our community and a true joy of an actor to watch. I am genuinely gutted your era is over, but I will always remember when the Doctor was you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe for more content like this. Jatsen Productions.